Hey, what's going on, Akiya Hunter? So today is a real Akiya story. So I'm in Yokosuka, right by Yokosuka Station, and I'm about to meet with an American investor who purchased a formerly abandoned house, aka Akiya, in this neighborhood and turned it into a rental property. Unfortunately, a tenant has been living there, so we cannot see the inside today. But I guess that's a good thing as an investor, right? But I'm going to go talk to her and understand what the process was like and what it was like for her being a homeowner and a landlord in Japan. And she didn't have to come to Japan to do this, but now she's collecting rental check every month from the tenant. So yeah, let's go talk to her and I'll see you at the property. Hi April, konnichiwa. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Welcome to Yokosuka.
Thank you. I just got out of the station.
Nice. So we're at Yokosuka Station, JR Yokosuka Station.
Yes.
Yeah, and Naval Base, the U.S. Naval Base is right there, as you can see. Have you been here before?
No.
So this is your first time. And first time seeing your property.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a 11-minute walk from here. It's a little bit on the hill, but it's just right around the corner. But as you know, you have a renter inside the house.
Yes.
So we can't really do much at the property, but let's go take a look and maybe we can talk afterwards.
Yes, I'm excited.
Right? Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, so we're gonna walk to the property, April. How are you feeling today?
Doing good. I'm actually very excited to see it. This is my very first time to purchase a property here in Japan. I really love coming here. If there's an opportunity one day, I'd really like to retire here. So just buying a house is a great opportunity for me here.
So where are you from?
I am originally from Hawaii.
And where do you live now?
I'm actually stationed or working in California. So this month I just happened to take my family for vacation, and also one of the reasons is to see the property as well.
You know, a question that I like to ask the people who bought houses in Japan is, why did you choose Japan to buy a house?
There are so many reasons. Like one of them is I really love the culture, the place, you know, like how people are very respectful, and the food as well. So overall, I just love this place. I just love this country, and I could see myself living here for good. Yeah. If there's an opportunity.
As opposed to buying a vacation home, you decided to buy a rental property.
Correct.
So walk me through your thought process of deciding instead of vacation home, rental property.
Yes.
And why did you choose Yokosuka?
Tokyo, to be honest, is like a lot of people, and as well as Osaka, and I really want to try to get a house or live somewhere that I have never been to. But also I decided to rent it out since it's impossible for me to live here for good since I'm not a Japanese citizen, right? So I just thought about that maybe it would be a smart idea to rent it out, purchase a home, and become my investment property. When
you look at rental properties, what were some of the criteria that you had to choose, you know, as a property?
That is a very good question.
Yeah, it's very different from vacation homes, right? Because vacation homes, it's all about your emotions, like what you like. For rental properties, people tend to look at different things as criteria.
Correct.
What were yours?
This is going to be a very, very silly answer. The first thing that I've looked at when buying a property is how far or how close is it to a convenience store. Although I don't live here, but convenience store.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that is the most important for me. But at the same time, the safety, you know, and how quiet it is. And I would prefer to buy a property that is away from, just a little bit far from the crowd, such as Tokyo. There's a lot of people. I like a little bit of more peace.
I mean, Yokosuka is a large city,
Correct.
But compared to Tokyo,
Correct.
Yeah, it is definitely smaller. Even comparing to Yokohama,
Correct.
Yeah, it is smaller, but big enough for a huge, you know, population. It's there's a ton of people living here.
And another thing is, yes, away from the city, not as much as away, but also at the same time, you know, like a city that is also like friendly for foreigners. Yeah,
Yokosuka is definitely, because of the naval base, lots of Americans especially.
Yes,
and,
correct.
Yeah, international people here.
And also the property that I've chose is close to the station, to the train station, which is good.
You talked about being close to a convenience store. So we've been walking for less than 4 minutes and we see 7-Eleven. And I think I saw another one. So there's a Family Mart there. So that's Family Mart. Your property is just right up on that.
That's correct.
Yeah, for 6 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's only like 6 minutes from here.
So you ready for a little hike?
Yes, for sure.
But I think it's close to the water, but it's going to be safe because it's
because it's high elevation.
Yeah, but still really close to the hill. So yeah, that's a a good location.
Correct.
I would say. Okay, April. I noticed that you're pretty good on camera. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, you sound like you have a ton of experience being on camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've joined Mr. Beast last year. And so I was exposed to a lot of like cameramans and all that.
Wait. Did you say Mr. Beast?
Yes.
The biggest YouTuber
Correct.
on the planet.
I was-
Which episode was it?
Well, I was in the first season.
Yeah.
I only made it into episode 2. Unfortunately, I got eliminated. My whole team got eliminated, but overall, it still was a very, very great experience. I
Yeah.
got to meet a lot of people, and that was also, a good game, challenging mentally, physically, but at the same time, it was great. It was a great experience.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I need to watch. I don't think I watched that episode, but the Beast Games.
Yes.
Yeah. First season. Wait. So how did that work? How does he choose people to join?
I just saw it on the website.
Yeah.
I decided to sign up. I didn't really take it seriously.
Yeah.
Then one day, somebody just called me. Like he basically just asked me a bunch of questions, if I'm allowed to do this, if I'm okay to do this, that, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. And then they just picked me. So at first there was like 2,000 contestants, and I was not super expecting to be down into 1,000 contestants, but I made it.
Wow.
So that was a miracle.
How was the whole experience for you?
That was super great. First, we did it in Las Vegas. And then for 1,000 contestants, we flew to Canada to
wow.
continue the game. And yes, after that, unfortunately, I got eliminated, but I'm still grateful to be part of it.
That's real cool. All right, so we're gonna up this hill a little bit, and then your property is just right up there. But again, we're now heading into like a quiet community, so we might have to stay quiet a little bit.
Correct.
And then turn off the camera. Okay, so we came back. We're going back to the station. That was your property. We couldn't really do much because it was so quiet.
Yes.
And we wanted to be respectful to, obviously, to your tenant, but also the community members, the neighbors. But now that we're back here, what did you think about the house?
I really love it. I think it's super simple, very quiet, but I love it. Like, I love the simplicity. Unfortunately, we were not able to go inside because there's a tenant and we have to respect that. I bought it raw and they just renovated it. Mm-hmm. That's already included to the price that I have paid. And yeah, I think it's really worth it. And I'm very, very happy to see it for the very first time.
I don't get to do this because for clients who have tenants in their properties, because it is hard
right.
to make it work as a video. But now that you're here, it's awesome that you came and came to visit actually with the tenant inside. Yeah, let's talk about the house a little bit. So
yes, for sure.
That house, 11 minutes from Yokosuka Station. Do you remember how big it is?
Like 102 square meters.
Okay.
And then
the building structure, right?
Correct.
Okay.
The land is about 299 square meters, about 300 square meters.
Yeah, so that's huge.
Yes, that is huge.
Like really huge, 300. Yeah, so that's like 3,000.
It's about like
500 square feet, right?
Correct.
So you paid 6.5 million
Correct.
for the house, or
for everything actually, for the house and including the renovations as well.
So that was like your all-in initial capital invested.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So 6.5 is like 43, 44 grand.
Correct.
US?
Yes.
Okay. So that was your all-in initial capital. And what are you getting in rent?
So my monthly rent is about 75,000 yen.
Okay, so
which
that's
is-
about $500.
Yes, which
per
is
month.
pretty big as well.
Yeah.
Knowing that I only paid for like less than 50 grand to purchase the property.
Yeah.
And then my passive income every month is about like $500.
Right. Yeah, that's way above the 1% rule
Correct.
that we talk about.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a good buy.
That was really awesome.
Okay, so when did you buy it, and how long did it take to go through the renovation and also getting a tenant?
To be honest, it's like really fast. So I bought it July, and I have you help me out with everything. So thank you for that.
Of course.
And thank you for a great communications as well. And then after that, we started the renovation. It only took about 2 months. And around November, I already got a tenant.
Right.
So that was really, really fast. Yeah. So like the process for everything from purchasing the property to renovations to getting a tenant are very quick and very smooth.
So from closing to getting a tenant in place, so
Correct.
probably like 4 or 5 months
Yes.
or so? Okay.
Yeah, including the renovations already, which is nice.
Typically, like on average, I like to say a little bit more conservative. So like about 2 to 3 months for the renovation to finish after the closing.
Correct.
And another 2 to 3 months
Yes.
to place a tenant. So
Correct.
for you, I think it was on the faster end, because it only took 4 or 5 months, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the people who have helped me, they're also like very good at communicating. They keep me in track with everything, send me a bunch of pictures, like all the details that I have to know, it's all there.
Yeah.
They always update me every single time. So I trust it, and I'm very, very happy. I don't have any regrets purchasing the house, and I love it.
You know, now that you're going through this, you went through the whole purchase process.
Correct.
You are going through the landlord process as well. What are some tips you have for, you know, people who want to purchase rental properties in Japan and become a landlord?
First things first, you know, you gotta have to think about like which place would you actually want your property, and just keep in mind that whenever they place a tenant for you, we just have to respect that even though you purchase a house and there's already a tenant before you even see it. The only thing's like, yeah, we can't go inside, but that's very understandable. And if you really like to, you know, make it a property investment, then go for it, because I think it's really worth it. Especially if you're not able to live here anyways, so might as well make it a investment, make it a rental property.
You know, now that you're receiving money from a tenant in Japanese yen,
yes.
do you have a Japanese bank account?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. But I have a bookkeeper that keep track of my money, and so of course, like for the first year, there's some taxes that we need to pay, but after that, me and my bookkeeper have established that he's gonna send me this much every 4 months, quarterly, and it goes directly to me through Wise app. I don't need to have a Japanese bank.
So you hired a property manager,
Correct.
right? Who looks over the properties.
Correct.
And then you hired a bookkeeper, administrative scrivener.
That's right.
Who's helping you with bookkeeping and also sending you money, because he uses a Wise account, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you do too.
Correct.
Which is highly recommended. You have to have a Wise account.
Correct. Yes. He always send me or communicate with me with everything. He also like send me a bunch of like, you know, like receipts and keep me in track for all the taxes, all the things that I have to pay, and like maintenance as well if it's needed. And yes, and also my property manager as well. They're very good at communicating with me every single time.
Yeah, you talked about some taxes, especially in the first year. So
Correct.
I talked about this in one of my short videos that I recently did, but there is acquisition tax, real estate acquisition tax that you have to pay as an owner of a property. So that happens, you get billed usually between like 4 and 6 months after the purchase, and it's a one-time fee.
That's a one-time fee because you purchase the land and the house, so that's part of the acquisition tax that you pay. And then every year I only need to pay property tax, which is the fiscal year is around April, correct?
Yeah, year April, and it's April, so it's easy to remember. April for April.
Yes, that's correct.
So yeah, property tax, fixed asset, and the city planning tax, that's annual. And you get a bill. I did a video on this as well. You get a bill every April. So you had just paid your property tax, right? So you don't have to worry about taxes anymore for the rest of the year. So something that you can expect as a rental property owner is the first year, I wouldn't expect too much cash flow because of the stabilization and also the real estate acquisition tax.
And that's just normal.
Yeah.
It's just part of it. Part of purchasing a property.
Should we go check out the ocean?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is really close to the water. And
my sister's right here.
Oh.
My nieces are right here.
Oh, hello. Okay, so we're back at Yokosuka Station. That was a quick walk. Oh, this is the park that I was telling you about.
Yes, and another reason. That's
Bernie
right.
Park, I think.
Another reason why I bought a house is because of this place as well. It's a really nice view.
Yeah, and there's a massive mall, Kosuka, right there. You can pretty much get anything. So this is a place to be.
Very beautiful. It's just cloudy today, but it's very pretty.
Yeah, a little cloudy, but so many huge, massive ships.
Yes, it's amazing.
Well, thanks for not the house tour, but going up to showing me your property.
And thank you so much for helping me through everything.
Of course, I mean that's what we do.
I appreciate it. It's a very, very smooth process. Your guys are great. If I talk to someone and they happen to want to purchase a house, I definitely recommend you.
Thank you.
And that comes from my heart.
Yeah.
So you made it easier for me, for sure.
I appreciate it. Yes. Thank you so much. What's one thing you want to share with people who want to do what you just did, buying a rental property in Japan?
I mean, if they're thinking about it, no doubt, go for it. And they just have to contact you.
Yeah, that's
it.
simple, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
because now I got mine and I got to see it. As I've said, becomes my rental investment. I'm earning income. It's all
Awesome.
great.
Well, if you need help with buying another one, you know who to contact.
For
right?
sure.
Thanks again for today
Yes.
and sharing all your tips and your actual experience of going through this process. I think it's going to help quite a bit of people. Enjoy the rest of your stay in Yokosuka
Thank you.
in Japan, and see you next time.
Yes, arigatou gozaimashita.
はい、ありがとうございます。
はい。
All right, so this is April from Hawaii/California.
Correct.
Yeah, rental property owner in Yokosuka. All right, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.
じゃあねー。